Today we're going to be working on our last investigation for scooping up science skills. This investigation will allow you to connect all of the different skills from observations to interpreting data in order to use the scientific method or all of the science process skills to conduct your own investigation. So if you take a look at You Are the Scientist packet that you just received, I want to go over some of the different equipment you can use and then some ideas of what investigation you could come up with for your own research question. So all of the different supplies are located on different counters. If there's something that you need and we've used, I'm sure I can find it for you. So let's just take a look at what you can use, and then we'll go over some ideas that you could utilize for your own investigation. So starting over here, we have our glassware. So you will notice we have our 100 milliliter graduated cylinders. We also have two large plastic graduated cylinders, 500 mils each. We have our 50 milliliter beakers, our 25 milliliter graduated cylinders, and 250 milliliter beakers. We also have our pipettes. We have three different types of string, one that's kind of thick, one in the middle, and one that is very thin. We also have different food coloring. We have different shaped objects. So we have in here poker chips, marbles, frog erasers, candles, dye, and then spools. And then we have different sized washers. We have funnels, corks and rubber stoppers, timers, different sized sphere balls. So we have a large bouncy, a small bouncy, a marble, a golf ball, and a ping pong ball. The liquids that you can use include, of course, water. We have vinegar, dish soap, and rubbing alcohol. And then over here we have our measuring equipment if needed. So we have our TBB, and then of course we have our ruler, our half meter stick, and then of course your full meter stick. So let's start talking about some of the ideas of what you could change and what that could affect. So one of the ideas, let's go over food coloring, how you could use food coloring. So one of the ideas is, how does the number of drops affect the time it takes to color a specific amount of water? Or you could do, how do different amounts of water affect the time it takes to color the water? If you're interested in using a funnel, maybe you could do something like, how do different sized objects affect the time it takes for a specific amount of water to filter through the funnel? You could also test, do different types of liquids affect how long it takes to filter through the funnel? Or do different stoppers, the rubber or the cork stopper, affect how long it takes the water to filter through the funnel? For the sphere questions, research questions, some ideas: how do the different spheres affect its first bounce using a meter stick? How do different spheres affect how far they travel? So string, maybe how do different lengths of string affect its time for moving from 0 to 10 centimeters? Liquid, if you're interested in doing something with the liquid, how do different liquids affect the rate of the fall of some sort of object? How do different liquids affect the diameter of a liquid spot on a sheet of paper? Other ideas. Some students in the past years have come up with investigations that they want to run for 24 hours. So they set up the investigation and they see how the data compares and contrasts before and after the 24 hours of it sitting or soaking or doing something overnight. Also, we've had some students do investigations similar to the investigations that we've done before, such as the coins. Obviously, there's one in there about the drop-in investigation, or some other things that you could think of. So what you'll need to do with your table mates or your group is to decide upon a research question. How does the change, whatever you'd like to change, affect the outcome? Then come and see me for approval. The reason why I'd like to see you for approval is just to make sure the idea or the research question is actually going to work, and you can either collect data, words and numbers, or number data.